The Tapestry of Fate, Chapter 3, Darkain, The Bridge, the Gang, and a Dragon. Something snapped me awake. No sound, no movement, just a gut-level alarm. The sun sat high overhead, noon already. I gripped my sword and scanned the tree line, slow and methodically. Whatever woke me had come from there. A 360 sweep showed nothing out of place. The river glinting behind me, the wind whispering through tall pines, the usual woodland quiet. But when I looked back at the trees, a creature burst from the undergrowth, sprinting straight at me. A wolf, but crossed with something reptilian. Scales gleamed across its shoulders, and its jaws were long and narrow like a crocodile's. As the sea half surged through me, time sharpened. I spun my sword around and braced. The creature leapt. I felt the energy flow as I swung, striking with the flat of the blade. A shockwave of force erupted, hurling the wolf thing into a high arc back into the forest. When the sea half disengaged, I heard it crash through branches, hit the ground, and release a pitiful half-yelp, half-roar. "Shouldn't have targeted me for an easy meal," I shouted into the trees. Far downstream, more howling roars answered. Great, a whole pack. I gathered my things fast and jogged upstream. At least the wounded wolf had told me which direction not to go. By the time its cries dwindled, I muttered to myself, I must have messed it up. Shouldn't have tried to make a meal out of me. A feminine chuckle echoed faintly in the back of my mind. Dark, pleased, familiar, but unhelpful. I pushed on. The river's flow quickened as I climbed a low hill eroded into a narrow canyon. Rapids crashed against jagged stones below, filling the air with white noise. I kept going until my lungs burned and finally stopped beside a fallen log. I sat with my back to the river, sword ready, watching the trees. That's when I saw them, bushes dotted with clusters of light blue berries. After catching my breath, I inspected them. They resembled blackberries in shape, though paler. I picked one of the darker ones, tasted it, waited 10 cautious minutes. Sweet, slightly savory, no nausea. Then I tried one of the lighter ones and spat it out. Yup, darker is right for sure. Thanks, Mother Nature, for providing lunch, I said to whatever spirits might be listening. I filled my hand and kept walking, following the river. The bushes grew thicker here. Apparently this stretch was their favorite haunt. After 3 handfuls, a structure appeared upstream, a bridge. Climbing another hill, I joined a hard-packed dirt road. Voices carried across the bridge. Look out, we've got a soldier here. You're up, Jared. I stopped at the sight. 2 humans, 2 midget-sized figures, one with pointy ears, and a dwarf, unmistakably by his broad built and braided beard. They looked like they stepped out of a tabletop RPG. This can't be real, I muttered as I approached. One bald human drew twin short swords. The one in front rested a spiked bat across his shoulders, relaxed and smirking. The non-elf small guy aimed a crossbow. The pointy-eared one whispered gestures under his breath. Magic, maybe? Trying to seem harmless, I asked, Where am I? They burst out laughing. Honestly, with my luck lately, even I chuckled. The bald man didn't think it was funny, though. He snapped his sword toward me. Why are you laughing? He asked. Because everything around me is insane. A sane defense against an insane universe is to laugh at it. I shrugged. Also, I'm socially awkward. Batman spit out whatever he was chewing. I think he's high on something, I thought automatically. Looks like it, the tiny feminine voice remarked in my head. Batman leaned in with that lazy stoner swagger. Info's 4 bits. Crossing's 4 crowns. So what's it gonna be, funny boy? I studied their mismatched armor. Bits of leather, scraps of plate, rings of chainmail. Only the bald guy wore none at all, and somehow he felt like the most dangerous one. Then something odd hit me. Pointy Ears was gone. I hadn't seen him move. Did he just cast a spell? I blurted. All of them stiffened, even the bald one. Sorry, I said quickly. Sometimes the voices in my head get bored and take a stroll out my mouth. They stared at me like I'd grown wings. Then a stifled snicker came from behind. Pointy Ears stood there, dagger in hand, trying desperately not to laugh. Wow, I said. You just rolled a nat 1 on your composure check. That did it. He fell over laughing. The others relaxed. I turned back to the bald man. You see me as a threat. Why? I sensed something like Rashi, and it's highly unique. It's always aligned. What is Rashi? I asked. Batman made a face. What are you, stupid? Nope. Apparently the second hit did do some damage, I said, mimicking Roslin's muttering. What, poor little drop baby? Batman sneered. Don't antagonize him, Braxis, bald man snapped. Then he asked me, who hit you? One word I said changed everything. Raslin. Their expressions collapsed into fear. I pivoted to my left side to show the red metal sledgehammer. He used this almost for a third time before I stopped him. Bald man turned to the others. We leave. Now. He's marked. Not anyone else's target anymore. Whose? Batman began before Bald Man punched him in the mouth. They walked past me, silent and tense. Even Pointy Ears had lost all humor. Who did I take out? I shouted after him. Come on, Pointy Ear dude. Who did I piss off? Batman muttered, lucky you. You'll get a pain worse than death. Bald Man added, Iron Claw Clan. That's who you're tangled with now. And they are? Look, I have amnesia, I called. The dwarf looked at me wide-eyed, by flame and forge of Gundar himself, his memories asunder. I froze as they left. Ninjas, magic, organized assassins. Great. Cool, I muttered. Always wanted to do ninja stuff, just not on the receiving end. I crossed the bridge, still muttering. Why was I even involved anyway? Sorry. The road to the nearby village climbed the cliffside in steady switchbacks, each turn giving a better vantage of the forest valley and the river glittering below. By the time I reached the top, I had to stop in stunned awe. A dragon stood there. A bronze-hide dragon being loaded like a long-haul cargo plane. Workers hefted 50-pound sacks over their shoulders, crates of dried goods, and several cases of liquid. Thick straps and harness lines wrapped the dragon's torso. Its scales gleamed like sunlit metal. It had no horns, only cord-like strands of hair trailing from its skull. Its eyes were eerily human, watching everyone with focused patience. The wing arms were massive, built for real labor, not storybook posing. What's wrong, human? The dragon rumbled, lips moving clearly. Never seen a dragon working? He lifted the rain barrel as if it weighed nothing, took a drink and muttered, Prissy Olden. I blinked. I'd never seen a dragon, period. You're the first I've seen outside a book. And you look nothing like the ones from those stories. So, I guess fantasy is real. An older elf approached, Pointy Ears confirming my guess. Hope you paid the gang, he said. Not really, I admit. They said I was marked and walked off. He froze. Workers paused too, exchanging worried glances. I suddenly found the dragon's harness very interesting. That neck piece looks uncomfortable, I told the dragon. He considered. Top-of-the-line model. Invented this season. Much better than the last. Is there plastic or rubber around here? I asked. The dragon and the elf stared at me like I'd invented a new language. Never heard of plastic, said the dragon. And rubber's uncomfortable for most dragons, the elf added. He stepped closer. What do you mean you're marked? I shrugged. Apparently I took out someone from the Iron Claw clan. The workers instantly found their other tasks. The elf exhaled sharply. Then you must leave. It's bad enough Talon deals with this village. We don't need a clan target here. Well, I need to leave. I just don't know where to go. I have amnesia. His expression softened. He extended his hand. Stay no more than a day. Talon will come to ensure we pay our dues. You should be gone before then. And why do you have to pay anything? I asked. Come, he said. Let's get a drink. Loading's almost done. Appreciated. I looked back at the dragon. Your hair. It's not like mine. What's it called? Shoal, he said with a smile. And your memory? Still blank. The crew finished loading. Easily a ton of supplies. When done, the dragon growled, Clear out, I'm shifting. Everyone stepped well back. The dragon crouched, wings parting, then collapsed into a bronze orb of light the size of a basketball. It shot skyward with a sonic crack, streaking north. The backlash buffeted us with a sharp gust. The elf waved me onward. Come, the drink and soup is on me. I hurried after him with my stomach growling as he mentioned food.